Something I can't change. I've looked, I've tried. Feelings, or am I just going up? Oh, me, oh.
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Will Riker kicking off for the Vikings.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of a football team.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup at 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On the give, it's Warren. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
It's so important that you keep an opening drive going because you want to set the tempo right away. And you and I both know you can't set a tempo if you're putting the football away.
Yeah, maybe early. Don't want to be too over the top, but you're right. Big 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff for Warren. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's caught. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he stopped immediately there. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll try and run again with Blue. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Drops it to Blue. Complete. Oh, a heck of a move. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. 7 yards there, the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now McCarthy. Incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Completes this to Addison. But I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 there. The Cowboys have a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Yeah, there we go.
They go with Blue between the tackles. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play action now, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop it, looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Pickens on the slant. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. A left side completion to Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball,
possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll look to throw now on first down. Complete to Addison on the out route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 16-yard line.
On the double. There we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
McCarthy off the play fake. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings have regained the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Over first down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. He's already got one touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
On first down, it's Blue. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 yards to go, second down.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here's third and a few inches.
Prescott.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Throwing is McCarthy. That's down the field for Jefferson. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
For the Vikings field goal. of 32.
And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Warren.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jalen Warren
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. The Cowboys will go. Prescott.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now.
And Prescott, his third interception.
Touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they ride in the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover improved their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Now Dak is going to mix it up.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Prescott now.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. To the air with McCarthy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I like what the offense did there, trying to spread the defense out with a 5-receiver formation. But give the defense credit. They stayed in their spot and were able to disrupt the catch and force the ball to the turf.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. They get this out left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Kevontae Turpin
From 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Still going.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys for the championship round next weekend.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Now McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go! Back to 60. Back to 60. Hurt. Go.
Here's McCarthy.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
46.
Lamb will go in motion.
Here's Prescott.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
First down, Dallas.
To the air again, Prescott.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
The offense on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be third and 5. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
They toss it to Warren.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now a run with Warren. And he will have the Vikings first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Will Reichard on for the field goal.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
An audible here to get a new look.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
With a dime looked on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Their own 49-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
A gain of 12 yards.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll go again to Jones. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
The Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.